Good morning. As we continue on this journey through the Holy Week narrative, I want to invite you to re-engage with the story at the point where Jesus is sitting down at a table with his closest disciples to share in the Passover meal. And right from the beginning, Jesus recognizes the sheer beauty, the sheer weight of this moment as he says, I have longed, I've eagerly waited to celebrate this meal with you, and I won't eat it again until my kingdom has come in all its fullness. This is Jesus, through whom all of creation, all of heaven and earth came into being. This is Jesus, the Passover lamb. Hebrews talks about Jesus as being the culmination of the ages. Everything that's ever happened in history, everything that exists, everything that will be, is centered on Jesus and what he is about to do on the cross. And in this moment, an argument erupts. And the center of this argument is who's the most important? Who has the most? Who's the best? And it's so easy for me to look at this story and think, are you serious? You guys are going to do this again. But at the same time, my heart is revealed. Our broken hearts are revealed. And as I processed this, I thought about the traditions that we're trying to build into the rhythms of our family's life. And I still do this. I go into these times thinking, oh, this is going to be a really special moment or a fun celebration. And as usually happens with a house full of kiddos, chaos erupts. And there's times where I still go completely amygdala thinking, does anybody else recognize how important and how fun this is supposed to be? What does Jesus do in this moment? He takes off his cloak, he gets on his knees and washes his disciples' feet. And as he finishes washing the disciples' feet, he sits down and he asks them a question. And I believe he asked this question in a way that allows the full weight of this question to rest on everybody in the room. And he says, do you understand what I have done for you? I want us to receive that question today and let the full weight of it rest on us personally and in our homes, our households, to process this together. Do we understand what it means that Jesus has gotten on his knees and, as Philippians talks about it, has taken the very nature of a servant? Listen to Jesus. I want to invite you to read John 13, Luke 22, but listen how Jesus unpacks it in this part of Luke. He says, the kings of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who exercise authority over them call themselves benefactors. But you are not to be like that. Instead, the greatest among you should be like the youngest, the one who rules like the one who serves. This is an upside down kingdom. We are, by definition, staying at home, and we're around the same people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What does it look like right now for us to understand the full weight of what it means for us to serve one another, to make the other person greater? Take it a step further. In a season of crisis, the vulnerable become even more vulnerable and isolated. What does it mean for us to take off our outer cloaks, to get on our knees, and to love and to serve those around us? Jesus says something so amazing in this moment. He says, I am among you as the one who serves. You are those who have stood by me in my trials. How amazing to hear that. You are the ones who stood by me in my trials, and they're actually getting ready to run. And then he says, I confer on you a kingdom, just as my Father conferred one on me, so that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom. Our King is conferring on us a kingdom. He is inviting us to a table. And do you know what every person at that table will be marked by? It will be marked by following our King and taking off our outer cloak, getting on our knees, and serving each other.